Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Hey, how are you doing? Happy, 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 happy June. How is everybody doing? So happy to be here. Haven't been here for a minute. And before you knew it, guess what? It's June. So it is now half a year. We are in month number 6. Can you believe it? Just the other day we were saying hello 2022, and now we are here and it's mid-June. So I just thought I would welcome you to the summer season, but also to do a checkup from the neck up. How are you doing? How has your first 6 months of this eventful year gone? And do you remember the things you were saying to yourself as we turned the corner, said goodbye to 2021, and welcomed with much anticipation? We welcomed 2022. What were some of the things that you wanted to accomplish for 2022? How are those going? Do you even remember the goals that you set for yourself? If you're watching me live, say hi, say hello, and let me know how you're doing. Let me know where you're joining from. Let me know how things are going for you. Yes, so I definitely wanted to just check in with you. You know that at the beginning of the year, we say to ourselves, we're gonna do this thing, we're gonna do that thing. This is the year I am going to get my mind right so I can get my money right. This is the year that I am going to get that business off the ground. Or simply, this is the year I'm going to get up and start moving. This is the year I'm going to put my health goal front and center. I am going to really think about me, the individual. I'm going to put my mental health and my mental well being first. I am going to pay honor to my body temple, and I'm going to move my body because I understand in a real way that when we move, when we can take care of our bodies, we are also not only doing that release of the good hormones, the dopamine, and we are really dealing with the electricity in our body that builds up our energy and keep us fueled to do all the great things that we want to do. And so I certainly have enjoyed the time walking. That was a commitment I made for myself to start walking again during COVID. And I'm just celebrating that I have been able to faithfully do that now for 2 years, 2 years plus. What about you? What are you working on? What are the goals that you set for yourself, and how have they manifested for you? Do you need help with the goals? I can't quite help you if you don't remember what the goals were that you set for yourself, but I certainly can help you in terms of challenging you to think back to where you were in 20 at the end of 2021. What did you say you wanted to do for 2022? How is that going? Many times we make goals, we say, oh, it's the end of the year, it's the beginning of a new year, and I am going to do these things. And then, January 5th comes, January 10th comes, January 15th comes, January 20th comes, and by January 25th, guess what? We have not built that habit. We have forgotten about those goals, and we have, as they say, we have fallen off the proverbial wagon. Is that what has happened to you? I hope not. And I hope that you have at least practiced that muscle of consistency, and that you have made plans for the goals that you have, and you have strategically plotted out how you are daily, weekly, and monthly going towards achieving those goals. And then many times we find that by the time we get to several months in, if we have not been strategic about the goal that we have set, if we also have not set SMART goals, goals that were specific, goals that were measurable, goals that were achievable, and goals that were based in some amount of realism, were realistic, and goals that had a specific time frame, goals that were time bound. If we didn't do that SMART goal setup, then we in some ways have set ourselves up for, guess what? Not achieving those goals. In other words, we might have set ourselves up for failure. Hello, somebody has joined me. How are you? Where are you joining from? Let me know how you're doing. Have you been succeeding with your goals? Do you need a checkup from the neck up? This is our 6 months check-in. Say hi. Let me know where you are joining from, and how is it for you? We're talking about some of the reasons why sometimes the goals that we have set for ourselves just don't materialize. Life happens, life shows up. We have to deal with other issues, whether they be relational, family related, whether they be career pressures, whether there be family issues, and then just coping, really dealing with our mental health, our own personal sense of resiliency, and dealing with COVID, because in some ways, COVID has not gone anywhere. Hi, Mute. Hey, Mute, you're joining from Nigeria. Hi, my sister. How are you doing? StreamYard is asking you to give StreamYard permission for me to see your name, but I'm glad that you put it in the chat. How are you doing, my sister? I know you are always busy, and doing great things, impacting lives and serving in your community. So I'm just so happy that you joined today. And we are just checking in. We're talking about those goals that we set at the beginning of the year. And now we are in the second half of the year. What's your second act? How are you going to ensure that the second half of 2022, the next 6 months that you have before you, God's willing, that you are going to be much more intentional, that you're going to build out a strategic battle plan that says, this is how I plan to attack these goals. These are going to be my daily disciplines. As one of our great mentors, John C. Maxwell, says, if we, hey Desiree, thanks for joining. Thank you. And thank you for the lovely flyer that you created. Just awesome, talented. Thank you. And John Maxwell says that for us to succeed, our daily, what we do daily, we have to build a daily agenda, because that is the only way that our tomorrow is going to be better than our yesterday, and also about today. That we practice intentionality, and we intentionally set goals and go after them, and that our daily agenda will reflect the changes that we want to see. If we want change, then it has to be reflected in what we do differently, in what we put on our agenda, and how we manage the decisions that we make, and how we manage them daily moving forward. And I have, one of my values in life is, like many of you, to add value to others and to serve. But also I know that in serving and in going after my own goals, sometimes you get demotivated. And so we also have to manage our motivation. We have to manage our energy level. And we also have to keep remembering our why. Why did we set that goal? What was the carrot on on the stick, like you're leading the horse and there is a carrot that you put before the horse. That's the why. Why did you start out on this goal? What about that goal attracted you? And if your why is strong enough, if you know specifically the vision that you have as to why you set that goal, I set that goal intentionally, that by this time in 2022, I am going to have uh, successfully achieved A, B, and C, then definitely that the why that you have behind of that, if it is strong enough, it is going to keep you consistent, and it's also going to hold you accountable to the goal that you have created. And so for me, this week is a celebration week. I think a year ago, I need to look back at the videos that I did, but a year ago, I said to you, I took the leap. I am leaving my full-time position, and I am betting on me, the brand, Donnelly Edwards-Cabey, and I was stepping out in faith, and I was launching, well, I already had my leadership training company, Leaders Inspired LLC. I've had that for a few years, but for the first time, I was going to be managing it in a full-time way, and that's going to be my day job. And thank you, God. You have been an awesome provider. You have been a protector, and you have been a way maker, because I can be here today to say, it's been a year. It feels like it's been a hot minute, but it's been a year. And I have done exactly what I am suggesting that many of you who feel so called need to do, is to step out in faith, is to take that journey of faith, to step out in faith and walk by faith and not by sight. The good book says we walk by faith and not by sight, and that God orders our steps. And so coming back to goal setting and the goals that we make, we many times have to continue in spite of the difficulties, in spite of the obstacles, even when the way doesn't seem clear. We have to keep putting what? One foot in front of the other. We have to continue to move towards our goal. We have to continue to walk in faith towards those goals. And Mute says, yes, thank you for reminding us to keep moving towards our goals. Absolutely. Thank you, Desiree. Yes, amazing accomplishments. Thank you. It's been a year. God's got me. It's been a minute. I'm celebrating like a neuroencoding specialist. We practice that when every step of the way, when you accomplish something, be it small or large, significant or insignificant to the world, you do what? You celebrate yourself. So I celebrate with you that, yes, it's been a year, and yes, it's not always been an easy year, but I have learned so much, I have grown so much, and I'm still fired up. I'm still energetically looking forward to a magnificent future. And I have touched many lives along the way, and I continue to serve others. And so, I'm giving myself a big hug this week, and I'm doing some personal retreat time to really talk about how do I plan out my next steps. And part of that is maybe something that you might be interested in. I am launching for June a special Faith Walkers Academy. It's a Faith Walkers membership group where, if you are interested in pursuing the goals that you have for yourself, and you want a monthly check-in like we're doing now, a monthly group coaching experience, a monthly audio visual meditation and encouragement, a word for the month, a focus area for the month. So we'll always be doing a special teaching for the month. So we will kick off at the end of June. And so for June, we will have a focus for that sets the foundation. But for July, we will jump into a theme that I'm hoping that the members themselves will get to shape. How can I best serve you as a coach, as a trainer? And how can I also equip you to understand how, by the use of quality questions, how you can also learn to coach yourself when your coach is not available to you, and how you coach yourself every day in taking decisions and situations that you encounter every day. Coaching is a powerful tool that helps you to go from where you are now to where you want to be. And I think I'm an awesome coach. I'm a growth and mindset coach. And these days, I'm also a transition coach because I want to show people, particularly women, that you can believe in the passion that you have, the purpose, the call that God has laid on you, and you can step forward and you can build a business pursuing and monetizing the passion area that you have. So if your passion and your gift is in speaking, in coaching, in training, if you're an author or you're a prospective author, you're a budding author, if you want to start your own business, you want to become an entrepreneur, that takes faith, that takes courage, and that also takes somebody to come alongside you to say, hey, I've done this. I would love to have the pleasure of coaching you through your journey. I would love to accompany you on your journey and walk with you. And so that is what the Faith Walkers Academy will do. And for the month of June, we are running a special. And so I will drop the information in the chat. We have a sign up period, and founding members will get a steep discount. We are kicking off, it's an annual membership or a 6 months membership. And we have a special discount, a 6 months journey for $99, and an annual journey. If you sign up by June the 15th, you can become a founding Faith Walker, and only for the price of $140. So I would love to welcome some of you inside that circle, and where we grow together and where we challenge one another and we become that accountability community for each other. So I hope that you will join me in that. The invitation is extended to every one of you, and I will also share some more information in the chat. So let me check the chat. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, well, awesome. Thank you, my friend. Yes, awesome coaching chronicles and coaching opportunity. Yes, I really look forward to diving deeper and having a group coaching experience within the Faith Walkers Academy, and become a founding member. And you get to shape what we do in the group. And we're going to have special events and special things, and because it's also based, you don't have to jump out there tomorrow and start walking. But for me, my faith journey, the steps that I've taken as I take steps to build my business, to build a business that suits my lifestyle and is focused around my family and supporting my family and setting the boundaries around how I work and when I work and where I work and for whom I work, in doing values-based leadership and training. That has meant that it's a journey that I walked daily. And so as I do my morning walks, I am also thinking, I'm meditating, I'm praying, I'm giving praise, and I want to encourage you to do similarly. And so we're going to do some really cool stuff in there, and I would love you to be a member of that. But as I begin to wrap up, because I said this is a quick check-in, and those of you who have joined me, thank you so much for joining me. If anybody else has dropped in, let me know where you're watching from. How are you doing? This is the 6 months checkup. This is a checkup from the neck up. Let's talk. Let's be honest. Let's be open. How are your goals? Do you need to be resetting? Do you need to be setting new goals? Do you need to refocus on the goals that you had when you started 2022? 2022 is racing, people. It's halfway. We are at the halfway mark. We are in June. And so how do you keep yourself motivated? I think it's some of the things we've been talking about. It's refocusing on what was your goal, what was the why for you when you set that goal at the beginning of the year, and how can you grow the discipline to keep motivated and to stay focused on the goal. That means building the muscles of consistency, building the muscles of having daily disciplines, having a battle plan to say these are the things that I am committing to doing every day, even if it is that I'm doing these business building things or these personal development things 3 times a week, 5 times a week, 6 times a week. And how do I keep myself accountable? If I don't do these things, then there's a penalty. Maybe it means paying your spouse some money because you didn't faithfully do the things you said you would do. Maybe it's contributing to your favorite charity. Every time you didn't meet your goals that you set for yourself, you put $1 aside or $5 aside or $20 aside to give to your favorite nonprofit. So I already owe White Teens VI some money, Desiree. So Monique, as a chairperson, might want to check in. How is the piggy bank going to support White Teens when Donnelly doesn't keep to the goals that she has set for herself? So it's in keeping motivated. It is understanding what's your vision, what's your why. Is your why strong enough? Has your goal changed? Because sometimes our goals change. In 6 months, the goals that you set for yourself 6 months ago might no longer be as relevant as you thought they were at the time when you set them. And it's okay. There is no shame in this game. You say, okay, that goal that I set then might have served me for then, but now I have a bigger goal. My vision has expanded. And now I see that I am able to do so much more. So I want to now take a step back and reframe and refashion this goal that's going to propel me into the rest of 2022. And so it's okay to reset and to relaunch yourself. And that's the opportunity that I want to really engage with you around. How do you look at the next 6 months and how do you create a game plan for the next 6 months so that you can end 2022 strong? And Desiree says we will all reach those goals. We just need to stay motivated and we need to refuse to give up. Absolutely. I couldn't have said it any better myself. Because when you stay focused on your goal, you're also gaining credibility with whom? Self first, that I kept the word that I made to myself first. It has to start with you, and that I'm not giving up. I know there are days when I'm going to be challenged, days when I don't want to do the thing that I said I was going to do, the days when I say, no, it's easier to stay in my comfort zone. It's warm and fuzzy in here. Nothing is challenging me. It's comfortable. But hey, you know that growth happens outside of your comfort zone. And so you have to, in faith, step forward and say it's going to take some sweat equity. It is 10%, it's 90% perspiration and 10% inspiration. So you have to get inspired, but it goes beyond the inspiration. It is that you have to do the work. You have to put in the work, and the work is hard. The work sometimes is messy. The work makes you sweat, makes you pull out your hair, and the work says you're worth it. So that know that you are worth it. And so one of the things that I can do to assist, I've been thinking that I will set up a special session where we do some goal resetting and some clarifying of goals. And next Wednesday, I am going to do a special session on Zoom twice during Wednesday, one at 1 p.m. because I know we have members all over the world, and then one at 7 or 7:30 p.m. as well, where we will go through talking about what are your goals now? How can you best set up yourself to succeed at those goals? How do you continue to keep yourself motivated? And what are some simple tools and strategies that you can use to continue to pursue your goals and to really set yourself up for ending 2022 in a strong way? So this is my check-in for June, my check-in with you. I'll be back in June. I have some other exciting things that I'm working on. I'm looking for a few women. If you're one of them, raise your hand, drop a note in the chat, and I'll reach out to you. Just say interview or research, and I will reach out to you. I'm looking for some women who want to really walk that journey, who are thinking of making a transition from their full-time work into potentially building, whether it's a business of their own, or just stepping forward and saying, hey, I have this passion that I want to pursue another area of my life, and I want to see how can I monetize that. Well, I have some incredible learnings for you. I have some tools that can help you to build your business if you seriously want to make that transition. And so I'm building out that special offer right now, and would love to talk with some people who want to answer some research questions. I'm not selling anything. I'm just doing some market research. And if you want to contribute to that market research, raise your hand and I'll reach out to you and we'll set up a call. It's like 20 minutes to half an hour. It's no long time. And yes, Desiree, yes, we're gonna get that interview schedule as well. So just know, as I wrap up, in neuroencoding, we talk about the fact that it all starts in the mind. For you to move forward, it has to start in the mind. For you to move forward, you have to step out of your comfort zone. Just like you have to get your mind right, to get your money right, to get your mental health right. It also means that it starts in the mind. So we talk about, as I think, so I feel, as I feel, so I do, as I do, so I have. There's no having without doing. And we generally get to doing based on how we are feeling. And how we are feeling generally results from what we're thinking. So we need to get our thoughts right. We need to get our hearts right. And we need to start moving and acting and walking in faith towards our goals and our dreams. So I hope that this session of a check-in, a June check-in, a mid-year check-in, a mid-year review, where are you at? And also a mid-year reset. Where do you want to go? What do you want? And how do you want to end your 2022? I challenge you, let's go, let's go, let's make the second half of 2022 your best half. And so I will love to do a brainstorming session with you, a strategy session, and I will set that up for next week. I will drop the sign up links in the chat. We'll just meet by Zoom for 45 minutes to an hour, and let's work together and really set you up for success. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of June. It is the hot part of the year for those of us in this hemisphere. And so get out there, enjoy the good weather. Do some hot, healthy things, do some things to free your mind and just to enjoy life, do the things that bring your heart joy. And I look forward to welcoming some of you to the Faith Walkers Academy. I really want to grow with you and in this group coaching process. So God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have an awesome rest of June. And let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go walking towards those dreams. I hope that we can journey together. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for your help and support, Desiree. God bless you. Bye, guys. See you. Love chatting with you. Watch the replay and do a hashtag replay so that I know you've seen it. And if you want to be part of the market research that I'm doing, please reach out. I would love to chat with you. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.